Hello, hello. Man, what was that? Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Too Legit City on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, me, Too Legit City, and we are back into the base game colonies. Oxygen not included. And of course, hope you guys are doing good today. And we will beat the game, Cthulhu. I see you over there. Ace Cal, what's good? Also, hope you're doing well, Cthulhu. They announced it via Twitter like an hour ago. Okay, that's probably a problem that I don't check my Twitter ever. It's one of those things, man. I was reluctant to be on Twitter anyways. I made one because, end of the day, I guess we need one. And ever since I made one, nothing has changed. I still don't check Twitter at all. Feels bad. But of course, hope everyone's doing good today. Hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Mike. What day is it today, Mike? It's hump day. Y'all know what it is? It's the middle of the week, the middle of the pack, the hump day. Once you get over the middle of the day, it's downhill from there, right? So, Thursday, Friday will be coming around soon enough. Zip, I see you. What's good? I mean, when the company you work for only really communicates via Twitter, I'd probably check it. I was hoping that, as a content creator, we get an email. I don't get those for some reason. Twitch doesn't really like me. Feels bad. I was hoping for the emails. Twitch sending out emails in any sort of timely fashion. I heard that was a thing too, where they struggle to get you emails in time. I don't know if that's true. I've just heard from partners and stuff. Yeah, Fluon, they're coming live, so I'm gonna have to. I'm hoping we do this fast today, so that I have more time to make a video tonight. But yes, we are on the final countdown, so to speak. It's gonna be time soon for us to get ready for clearing up everything here. Let me make sure we have everything else trimmed off and complete, so we could be a little bit more ready. All right. Another thing is that this is already in the way, so we have to relocate where this is. Let's go for that and go for it here. So we got to relocate where this is, deconstruct the doors, make the entrance go outside the space a little bit closer on the right side. Probably go down to right there and have the ladder come down to there. These two are going to be doors. We're going to have to replace these airflows with regular tiles. Should be fine. And of course, the job suitability setup failed us. Saying during loading, less than a day, but after a day. I think it's going to be tomorrow, right? Don't they usually patch on Thursdays? Something like that? I remember it's just that they like patching on the normal days I go live, which is Tuesday, Thursday, for Oni. I know they like to patch that on those days. It's typically never on a Wednesday or anything like that. Feels weird. So I think it's going to be tomorrow that it should go live, but we'll see. It's still not live yet, right? Or at least I wouldn't know yet. So our job suitability setup for the suits and the showers failed us. There's always a 1 to 2 dupes that never gets in. 75 out of 109, 0 out of 10. Mara, what's good? I see you over there, Flo, and hope you're doing well as well. I thought it should be today from that message in the game. Honestly, they should have like a timer. They need to have a timer that counts down the hours. Tomba Twitch, what's good? Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Alright, so we're making some more liquid H2 right now. We're trying to warm up the solid hydrogen that's right here. We need, not the liquid, the solid stuff. We need this solid hydrogen, man, to go down to, wait. So this is at, oh, we're taking, oh, we took pipeline damage. Oh, because that's a radiant pipe. I should honestly replace that. Yeah, let's replace it with ceramic. The last challenge we have is a challenge called Job Suitability, where you have to wear a suit and do one errand or a chore. Now, the thing is that errands and chores are different from the jobs you have. Right? So you have errands, right? These are your jobs that you do. Not all of the jobs that the dupes are able to do is actually a chore. So basically, we have to make a design that makes it so that every dupe uses the suits and does a job, or a chore in this case. Now, the thing is that some of them, like sweeping to a bin, sweeping to a dispenser, these do not count. And because of that, you have to make sure they're doing a job that actually checks the checkbox. Now, doing things like building some things that I believe ladders don't count as well. So things like that makes it kind of tough. Now, one of the things that does count is showering. So we made a design where you would have to wear a suit to go outside and then you shower. Right? I don't know if mopping counts either. But yeah, that list of chores that falls into that category, I'm not sure. Now, the thing with that is that you have different people on different schedules. With the logic being that, could you make them suit up when coming out of bedrooms? Yes, you can. I didn't want to do that, but I probably should have. Now, here's the thing. The problems they're running into. There is the Atmos suit checkpoint glitch right now, which goes if you don't have... Oh, no, not if you don't have. Sometimes the duplicants, when they're leaving, they will not have a suit on because they glitch through the checkpoint. And then I'll get a notification someone's suffocating at the space, right? Because there's no oxygen up there. So having that happen has ruined the strategy. Yep, it sucks. And because we have 109 dupes, I don't want all of them in suits all the time. Because it ends up being that we end up needing, like, I think it's somewhere around 8 electrolyzers pumping to keep the suits always stocked. If that makes sense. Because I wanted the suits to always have oxygen, I wanted to stagger them. So the schedule is important, right? And then I also don't want them wearing suits all the time, because then we're gonna have to recharge the suits, which is slower than just releasing air into the immediate vicinity, due to how it's individual packet pumping. So because of things like that, it becomes a hassle. But yeah, suit glitch. Apparently, I didn't know, but on the downtime they could shower. And then, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Hey, you should do job suitability before you get too many dupes. Me, like 2 weeks ago. Cthulhu was right. I said I'll do it for the challenge. And now we're here, and it kind of sucks. I thought it would have been a lot easier. The classic, right? I thought it was going to be easy. It was not. It was indeed not easy. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So there is a strategy, though, where we could put duplicates inside of these sightseeing modules, and they get removed from the population. So I'm thinking about doing something like that to get it started. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, dude. The truth, man. The classic line. Feels bad, man. Had been sweet to do with all of them. Yeah, it would have been amazing. We got close. There is countless days where we have 107, 106, 108 dupes out of the 109 actually get the job complete. So we got close. It's just, you know, it wasn't sustainable. It was not sustainable. I will say that. Oh, you know what I just realized? Even though my aqua tuner here is at 180 degrees, because I put a tile here and the outside area is like 0 degrees, it's cooling down the steam via the tile. That's kind of impressive. Because my steam turbine is not even getting close to the temperature it needs to be. It is what it is, though, I guess. Oh, the ceramic there didn't help. Feels bad. Alright, so I think I need to cut power instead of pipes. What up, dude? What's up, Johnny? How are you? We're getting ready. We're going to be pumping out hydrogen soon. But how are you, good sir? Seems like it's time to remove the tile. I was thinking about it, man. Now I actually can now. Because before this was negative 100. And it was solidifying my crude oil. And oxygen kept going inside this tile. Just getting in. I'm great. That's awesome. Awesome, dude. Awesome, awesome. Good to hear that you're doing great. Still 108, 109. I got one achievement left. And that one achievement is the problem child. It is. It's the problem child right now. No, we're good now. We're good. The only reason why it became a problem is because I released 100 kilograms of liquid oxygen. So it was negative 150. So we just have to warm it up a little bit. So a little bit of the steam energy leaked out because of the tile. And now this doesn't solidify anymore. It's fine, it's fine. We're good, we're good. It used to be a problem, not anymore. But yeah, we still got that one dupe that is debating us every single day of the week. And it is not cool. Other than that, though, we're still making progress. We're making the liquid hydrogen, which we have. Oh, there's no more solids in here. I actually got to lower the temp then. And then that means more of the gases get released. Yep. My gas is at 22 kilograms. Yep. So now we need to solidify the gas into liquids, but not overdo it. So we don't get solids. Oh, look at that. We're getting a couple of solids. Not the business. And that was a change of 2 degrees. That's all that was. A change of 2 degrees. Alright. What's going on? K-Kun coming in with the party of 2? Dude, what's going on, K-Kun? I see you over there. How are you? I see you streaming. How was it, K-Kun? Shoutouts to you. FF7. What part of the story are you at, man? I'm not gonna lie, man. The remake has unlocked a lot of thirst within the peoples. 100%. Oh yeah, my gas is flowing a little bit slow right now. I might want this to go back down to negative 253. I see, too legit. Thermostat is a thing with hydrogen. It'd be like that sometimes. In chapter 4 right now, in the slums. Ah, gotcha. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Final Fantasy VII, when it came out, it was amazing. But when the movie came out, Advent Children, people were like, dude, check out the graphics. Now we're playing literally with the same graphics as back then. In a playable video game format. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Is that one of your infinite gas storage setups? No, we're making liquid hydrogen. Liquid hydrogen. What that does is fuel our hydrogen engine. So we're just making some rocket fuel right now, all heck. This is going to be for the final frontier. The last thing we need to do to beat the game. Too much solid, man. Too much solid. I also need to change this to plastic. So a lot of my liquid hydrogen might be turning into gas, but my solid is barely changing temp. 259.2, 257. I need this to lower a little bit. I tried to duplicate your video for gas storage, but something went wrong. Which version was it? Aw heck. Okay, good man. Have you seen any of the mods for the game? It's pretty insane, man. They got a lot of what they call in the business thirst mods. It's pretty wild. Not gonna lie, man. Oh, that still breaks? Why? This shouldn't even be pumping. This shouldn't even be pumping. Is it just removing it from here still? Oh, for Crisis Core? I know for the remake they have a lot. Oh, I didn't know about the Crisis Core. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I thought it was going to be the same, but if it's not, yeah, I don't know then. This is at 250, and we can't even maintain temperature. How come this isn't... maybe I gotta do something with this. Crisis Core just came out yesterday. Gotcha, gotcha. Only drawback of thermostat thing is it requires some liquid to sit in reservoir more or higher precision. Maybe I should use that design. Use a layer of supercoolant. Is supercoolant heavier than everything else? It is, right? The only thing heavier than supercoolant is oil, I believe. Maybe that's the design. You run a layer of supercoolant at the bottom. And since that controls temperature, it works probably better than anything else. Solid hydrogen's kind of a problem. I've been dealing with it with the layer of metal tiles. Oh, I see you, I see you. It's heavy, yeah, it's cool, low effort approach. I see you, I see you. Coming in with the puns, flew on. I see you over there. Alright, I think... yeah, this at negative 250, I think it's fine. Because I don't want this to turn on yet. And I want the solids to melt. Yeah, it's melting, it's just taking some time. This side is stacking up a little bit better because we have more liquid. And I think it's because of the high pressure vent. Yeah, this is at 50 kilograms of hydrogen. Good evening, what's going on, Courtney? How are you today? Oh, heck, let me know. If I could help you out with the infinite gas storage. Feels bad that you didn't get it to work. I usually build a row of metal tiles on the bottom part for a buffer. That probably works pretty well. Not gonna lie. I'll hit you up on Discord later. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so this side's chilling. It's at around 249. Which is kind of low. So we're gonna run in a little bit of some cooler liquid. Yep, to chill it down a little bit more, hopefully. Let's go to 254. It starts solidifying a little bit more again. Releasing the H2. 257, 256. We need a couple more points, and then it should all flash into gaseous hydrogen. All right, so from here, we need to remove that. Mine this out. Put the ladder here. And then we have to relocate this entire ladder. Be like that sometimes. This side is... I think this side's completely smashed. So we'll go like that. We'll come in from the right side to deconstruct solar panel. Do these ladders and then the door. And then after that, we do this ladder. And then I do need to continue this going straight up. Maybe we cancel that then, because it lines up. Alright. And then after that, removing the... Oh, the abyssaloid's almost done. I might want to move my regolith next into the tiles. Okay. The dupes are showering. I have no faith in them anymore. I want to wait until we use a strat before we actually start checking the achievement again. Yep, didn't get it. Ah, it's so bad, dude. It's so bad. Alright, so 251, it's chilling a little bit. This is becoming more and more into gas. Oh, the aqua tuner is turning on again, that's why. Let's go 0. Let's let the supercoolant and let's let the hydrogen that's in the area just kind of warm it up. Because we need these solids, man. We really do. Oh, couldn't I use a strat with a conveyor loader? Isn't this a thing? Isn't that a thing? I can't fit this in here. What a meme. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see why. I have to do it like this. Isn't this a strat? Isn't this a strat? Am I crazy? That's the only free tile, by the way. That's the only free tile, by the way. Allow manual use? Nah. They're going to start carrying it from this side. Oh, a little bit too much. Hopefully we're not over-chilling the area. And then this is going to be here. Sweep only plus manual use. I'll just use the auto sweeper. The heat we generate should be cool. We do need to add in a little bit of heat. Whoa, liquid CO2. Feels bad, man, next to a CO2 bubble. And of course, the classic vacuum. This side is actually a lot better than the left side. That's insane. And it's because we didn't allow this to solidify as easily. Did not allow this to solidify as easily. Okay. You okay, good. I have to ask, if you were streaming today, does that mean today is your weekend? Gorbash coming in with the tier 1. Thanks so much for the 5 months. I see you over there. What's going on, Gorbash? You're still alive, buddy. You got the Uptown fade with the Steve right there. Hope you're doing well. Sorry about that. Hope you're doing well because your dupe is chilling. This guy's been alive for the majority of the colony, man. Printed on Cycle 9. What a legend. And you're still here, buddy. Hope you're doing well, dude. And thank you so much for the 5 months. Welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Always doing good, thanks. Nice, nice. I propose setting sensors to the -248 so it's safe from freezing. Honestly, oh, dude, look at this. No, all of the liquid became gas. And the solids are still not even melting. Feels bad. We're at, on this side, 254, and we don't get solids. I think that's a good temperature. As long as you have enough hydrogen you could add in, I feel like that's pretty good. Now, at this point, once the pressure doesn't allow for any more, I think we want to bring it down. 250. Because I do want to have the hydrogen be chilled. There we go. Now we're adding in some more hydrogen. I do want the hydrogen to be chilled, but I think, yeah, 253 again. Like, we want to let it accumulate, but I'm worried about the temperature. I think what we need to do at some point is stop. It's a weird design. Hot surface. So that when we run the cold liquid pipe in a vacuum, there's going to be heat transfer. That's going to make it tough, though. Now, yeah, this goes up. 253 should be fine. To help re-solidify everything. Alright, so how is this on the side? We're going to need this ladder. We will want to set this up probably right there. And then we'll get rid of the rest. So this goes through those two tiles. Seal that up so that this becomes the proper ladder space. And then we want to remove this one, that one. Because this entire ladder has to get removed. Let's remove another solar panel. Doing good, thanks. Good to hear, good to hear. Alright, alright. Come on, hydrogen. 2.5. That is... yeah, 256.7. If you go to 0.6, you should immediately liquefy. 256.6. Dude, this one's at 261. Jeez. Alright, so the construction, for whatever reasons, take forever. So just make this a high priority. I need this done, as soon as we can. Alright, this side is looking fine. A little bit too much hydrogen, though. Alright, let's go to 255. Maybe I should have ran this into a reservoir for stockpiling. Right? And then we have average temperature that way. Maybe I should have did that. Evening, brother. So you're no longer going to play cities? Maybe eventually. Someone's trapped. Oh, how did you get stuck up there? Man. Alright, deconstruct all these ladders. I probably will eventually. I'm just burnt out from playing the game. So as of right now, I'm not. But maybe eventually I will again. But yeah, I'm just burnt out. It just feels like I'm playing the cities. And it doesn't feel fun anymore. Yeah, so I'm taking a break from the game. Dark and darker on Friday. Is it finally being released, Rambo? Awesome, awesome, dude. I still haven't checked out footage of it yet. Now, is it early access release or is it... oh, no, it's only a playtest. Oh, it feels bad. Hey, it's something, though, right? It's something. Mighty Stoosh, what's good? Hope you're doing well. I love when you play cities, but I get it. Yeah, it's tough, man. I really love the building. Now I understand being burnt out, brother. Cool, cool. Yeah. Hopefully we still see you around, Critter. If we don't, hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. It's super fun. I've been craving it since Halloween. Yeah, dude, yeah, man. Like when you were talking about it that first time, you were mad hyped, man. Alright, we're getting solids again. I don't want that. Let's go down to negative 253. Allow the gas to come out instead of having it get bullied by the supercoolant. We don't want it to flash. Now on this side, it's 0.6. No. Okay, so the negative 2.5 was not accurate. It's 0.5 and it's still solid. Okay, it's a flat 3 degrees. Confirmed, boys. It's gonna go up to negative 256 points. What am I looking for? It's probably just 0.2, right? The same temperature minus 3. Won't you have liquid hydrogen dripping into the liquid lock? No, supercoolant is the second heaviest liquid, I believe. So even if we do get liquid hydrogen dripping on the supercoolant can't freeze. So it's just gonna drip on top of it and nothing really happens. How does that keep breaking? How does that keep breaking? The pump's not even turned on, dude. This is magic. It just breaks my pipes. Darker and darker on Steam. Yeah. He's been pretty hyped about that game, not gonna lie. Goes live December 16th. Ooh, that's pog. So this is a final alpha test, final beta test thing. My wife even took time off to play. Wow. Are you guys gonna start your own 2-man party together? Dude. I wonder if your wife is gonna kill you accidentally. Accidentally, air quotes. Oh, sweetie, I accidentally swung my battle axe in your way. Smash. Oh, it's 3-man parties. We got some friends involved. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think the pump has residual. Because the pipe broke, and then we switched the pipe from radiant to ceramic. And I guess there was residual in the pump, and it was slowly leaking out. That had to have been what happens. Oh, so this is ready. Alright, so this connects, cancel. This is going to go here, liquefiable, and we're going to go for solid hydrogen. Now let's go. So this design, in theory, by allowing the solid hydrogen to go on the rail, it should melt. And it is melting. As the packets are empty. Even though there's an item on it, that means it melted out already. So this is helping us out. So now we're going to bring this back down to negative 250. That's a safe temperature to get some liquid. You can do solo or duos, but there would be a 3-person team in your lobby almost certainly. Ah, gotcha. So you just be at a disadvantage. I imagine they don't have anything along the lines of scaling, right? Alright, so this side is all liquid again, 250 degrees. I do want to chill it a little bit more, though. But I think for us to do that consistently, I need to have either more gas or I need to do no more deliveries and then cut the intake of hydrogen. Alright, so as all the solid hydrogen gets melted in the conveyor setup, we are going to be turning down the temperature again, slowly going down to negative 250. And is that enough? 252. Let's go to 253. Right at the liquefying point. Not bad. Okay, a little bit of a vacuum problem again. It should be fine. Ooh. Oh, it's only 2,000 grams? What a meme, dude. We're barely getting hydrogen. What about from the bottom? Yeah, it's barely any hydrogen. It's hot hydrogen, too. But I guess it is what it is. Oh, it's the only way for us to get more throughput, right? Oh, we're getting some of it actually looping through. That's impressive. Supercoolant is coming in at 255, starting to get some liquid. Because we have a lot of hydrogen gas right now, man. It seems like we're not able to loop through all of the solid hydrogen yet. Maybe I should have let this actually keep running first. Yeah, let's go to negative 250, right below the liquefying point, in hopes that we could just run this in the area. Got repaired, sweet. Alright, now this side, it's liquefying, it's not bad. We're gonna get some solids again soon. Temperature's a little bit low though. We're adding a little bit more hydrogen. This is, yeah, it's chilling down fast. It chills down real fast. Oh, some of my hydrogen flashed back into gas, which is fine. We're just gonna have to re-liquefy it again. Alright, all of the hydrogen from this tile got swept out. That was at 261. Now it's at 259. Still waiting for this to solidify. What a struggle. Alright, so let's make that sweep only now. Let whatever's inside just run through the rail. Temperature's at 251. I should have allowed for a larger temperature drop, but I think what we're going to want to do now is just lower the temperature so we can start another fueling process. Probably get another 4 to 5 reservoirs piped in right now. Alright, so we're going to do this. Copy, paste. We're no longer going to be accepting hydrogen. And we still allow them to do the plumbing skill, but we're just not going to release anymore. And then this side, I'm going to cut the line. Let's cut it here. Alright, so with that, we are going to be trying to have all of the hydrogen become liquid if possible. And then we're going to want to temper down the temperature of the hydrogen because I don't want it to actually break in the pipes. So we're going to aim for 255, 256. So the goal is, I think most of the time, you want to liquefy everything so it's a vacuum. That way, if you have small packet size, it doesn't run into the issue of becoming a solid because it gets bullied by the supercoolant. Right? Like that. That's basically what could happen. And of course, that's pretty bad. But since it's low mass, it should melt a lot easily. And which it does. And that's what we're looking for. If it solidifies, it melts, we should be good. The only problem is if we get, I guess milligrams is kind of the goal. But the worst thing that could happen, I'm thinking, is it solidifies on this tile, falls into the supercoolant tile, and then off gases, and then pushes the supercoolant to the left, fills up this L shape with hydrogen, and then we have heat transfer via this one drop lock. That'd be the only thing that kind of sucks. But outside of that, I don't think it's going to happen. Because once we get down to the milligrams, we stop getting heat transfer with the radiant pipes. And we basically stabilize. Yeah, like right now. It's 254. Supercoolant is at 254 as well. Actually, we might be having to do a little bit less. It shouldn't do like this. There's nothing to lose heat to. And I think we're good. Everything liquefies. We just got to get down to the right temperature. We're good, we're good. The strats work, the strats work. Anyone going to see a new Avatar? Dude, I saw the first one in theaters. And it was a weird experience. It was just, I don't even know, man. I saw it and I was kind of like, I don't even know if that was a good movie or not. I'm gonna be real. That's how it went in with and how I left it, man. I was like, what was I watching? This was some wild shit, dude. It was the best 3D to this date that I've experienced. I would say that the CGI was probably ahead of its time back then, because the CGI hasn't changed from back then till now. Right? It's like, yeah, they were probably ahead of their time then, looking back. But I'm not gonna lie, man. It was just so weird. I had, like... I think one of the things they weren't able to do in the movie was develop a... What do you call that? Oh, this is supposed to be the new best 3D experience. Oh. Didn't know that. Maybe that's what they're banking on, just graphics. But I think what it was that what do you call that when you watch something and you feel like you have, I guess for a lack of better words, something to lose? What do you call that? When you watch something and it feels like you're a part of it, not immersive. Like how does a show make you care? Is more so what I'm talking about. How does the show make you care? Like I was not invested at all. That was the thing with that. I was not invested at all. Yeah, getting the viewer invested in characters. Because I didn't know anything about the movie. I don't know if there's anything I should have watched or read before that. But I'm not gonna lie, I was not invested, and I would want to say that hurt how I felt about it. Because to me, it's like there was things happening. I felt like I just didn't even care. Yeah, like what Ace Cal was saying. Like what's even happening, man? It was weird. Like I knew what was going on, but it was like, why should I care? That's how it felt like to me. I was like, what am I doing here? Wake up from a coma. What is this, dude? Why is everyone blue? Basically, a Fern Goalie remake with Fern Goalie. WTF is even happening? No, we're getting some bad things happening again. No. Aw, come on. Did everything get too cold? Yep, everything got too cold. I should have just pumped it out at 254. The MacGuffin was called Unobtainium. What a terrible name. Unobtainium is a meme. That's a meme? I don't remember that. I watched it. I was invested. I got emotional 3 years ago. When I rewatched it. Oh, I see you over there. 30 to 40 years ago? It's insane. They had people wearing blue and red glasses, and it sucked. Oh, man. Maybe he's talking about 3D CGI. The metal tile buffer thing that was mentioned earlier helps a lot. I see a Fantasy Phantom. Appreciate it. Michael Jackson's 3D Captain EO had similar 3D effects. Michael Jackson had a movie? I don't remember that movie, man. You know what? This one could actually have hydrogen piping again. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the red and blue glasses tech. I remember that. I remember kids would watch the 3D movies when I was in elementary school with the parents, and they would sneak out the glasses and bring it to school the next day. And they were like a celebrity, dude. They're like, "Oh, dude, I went to watch 3D movie yesterday. It was amazing." And they bust out the 3D glasses. Dude, they gave these out to us for free. I took one home. And I was like, what the hell? You know, as a kid, that was the business, man. That was the business. You go to school the next day, man. All the kids are congregating around the 3D glasses. Oh, let me put them on. Oh, dude, it's 3D. It's like, dude, we're living in 3D. What are you even talking about? Kids these days. I remember that though, man. That was hot. That was hot back in the day. Alright, so the 254 temp is good. We're just going to start piping. I am hoping for the best. I have around 3 degrees. Was that liquid oxygen? That is liquid oxygen. Oh my god. Dude, what is that doing there? Alright, man. We're cutting the pipes. This guy gets to leave by himself. My pipes are gonna break if I take too long. So we gotta connect the pipes again. Alright, so he goes up this way. We're gonna have him basically get caught in a corner by himself. And then we just have this connect. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, so all we have to do is make sure the pipes don't cool down 2 degrees while it's moving. Right now it's at 0.1, 0.2. We could lose 3 degrees before we fail. Now we're just going to let it break. We don't need it. We're just going to leave the liquid oxygen there. Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was a great experience. Oh my god, I don't remember that. The first Avatar was one of the best movies shot in 3D format. Other just added 3D effects later. I don't even like most 3D movies. Avatar is the exception. Interesting. 3D movies, great on VR headsets. The only viewable way to watch an IMO. I've never actually experienced that. That sounds like it would be amazing though. Oh, this is actually gonna break. No, the beginning bubble with only 4,000 kilograms. I should have went that to the right. A little bit of damage right there. Feels bad. There we go. There's the damage. Expected. Expected. Alright, so the other one should be fine, though. Because we're filling up to here? No, it's not to here. Will we make it? We might not make it. And we're in. Let's go. So I'm hoping the temperature goes up as the hydrogen comes in. If not, I might have to turn off the pump from the bottom. We're coming in, boys. We're fueling. Next one, next one. Oh, this one's gonna break easily. 250.7, 0.6, 0.5. Oh, we made it? Oh, it didn't break? That's Pog. Oh, yeah. Alright, one down. Alright, so this is at 250. And what we're trying to do is basically add in a little bit of thermal energy with having hot hydrogen added in to hopefully decrease the temperature of the hydrogen. It probably doesn't help that this is at 250 though. So that this hydrogen right here lowers in temperature because it's taking forever. Why are they so different in temp? I can't understand why they're not cooled at minus 260, but how they get so different. It's man, I don't even know, man. It's around the same. It is around the same. Outside of packet size, I can't imagine what affects it. But it looks like I can't get all the way to the end unless I do some strats, which I should do. Alright, we're gonna run igneous pipes. Igneous tiles, I mean. Through some of these setups. Just to increase the longevity of the hydrogen pipes. This is actually gonna help, actually. Because this has less heat transfer properties. And I might just need it on the back. Oh, I can't put it here. Feels bad. I'm thinking I might just need it on the back setups. Not the entire pipeline. We're basically, it's like wearing socks. That's kind of what we're doing right now. You guys ever wake up in the morning, it's kind of cold? You gotta put some socks on? That's kind of what we're doing. Putting some socks on the pipes. Making sure there's some insulation there. We probably don't need these three, though. Just all the ones in the back. I don't know if that actually helps, but I'm hoping it does. 4, 5, 6, 7. I should be able to deconstruct that much. And then we'll trim that on both sides. This goes here. I also need to remove these setups now. So this is going to be a double ladder. And then I should just remove this. Oh, yeah, but then I can't open the bottom yet. That's the problem. Oh, and look at this. This all fell down. Feels bad. Muck root? Sure. And I thought these broken pipes down there was because of my mess up. Was not the case, though. Was not the case. Hydrogen still piping out, and we're out. Okay, so let's turn this off. All right, so from here, we got to add in some more hydrogen. All the liquid hydrogen got released. Oh, it never actually connected. There we go. This is at 253, that's fine. And then we'll add some more hydrogen in on the other side as well. I wonder if I could move the solid hydrogen from this room to the other room. That would actually help us out. Because this room is gonna be a lot warmer, not gonna lie. Alright, so because of the issue that we're having, I think we gotta use the same strat we use on the other side, on this side, where we turn off all the deliveries, have constant temperature, and just liquefy everything, and then we just pump it out. So, let's push it down to 253. Let's have this unchecked. Copy paste. That could be there, it's fine. I tried, but there is evidently some risk. Oh, it feels bad. Does it at least reduce risk? Broken hydrogen. Broken pipes. You hate to see that kind of thing happen, boys. You really do. Alright, so the bottom area, because I don't want them to repair, I'm just going to deconstruct all the pipes. Because we're not going to need it anymore. Hello, Too Legit. Hello, chat. How's it going? We're just, you know, releasing some hydrogen into the air. It's normal. It's perfectly normal. When we're fueling up with liquid hydrogen. Other than that, hydrogen shenanigans right now. Hope you're doing well, Hulk Bravo. Hope you're having a good one. So, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing about the cold weather that we're experiencing right now that is a blessing is I can make hot tea. And when I make hot tea, I make it in a giant 5-liter pot, right? I could make it, and within the hour, I could pour out some hot tea that's cool enough for me to drink right away. So it's like I get the hot tea experience, and it's good because it's fresh. And still, I don't have to wait. I just drink it right away. It's pretty sweet. When will the next challenge start? After this one. So that's probably gonna be Friday. I'm hoping to beat the game today. Something overheated. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Let me just remove the store. Late to say, seems like vertical piping makes things a bit convenient. Interesting. Imagine taking a shower and a hydrogen rocket cooks you while showering. Wait, Nate Bellinis, how does that happen? Hydrogen should be cold, in theory. What kind of tea do you drink? Right now, I have some Asian tea. They call it the oolong. It's pretty good. I've been, well, not lately, but before, I went on a, I guess a tea binge where I'm just trying out different types of tea. I ended up liking the oolong stuff more so than anything else. Oh, you're talking about the rocket exhaust. Don't worry, man. Everyone's going to be inside the rockets. No one's going to be showering when that happens. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. No one's going to be showering when the rockets launch. Don't worry. Yeah, we're launching all the rockets at once. Are you English? Are you American? I'm just curious because you like teasing that you're in metric system. I'm just curious, man. Don't care either way. I'm American. I live in America. I happen to play with Celsius because that was default settings with this game. Outside of that, I typically look at my weather in Fahrenheit. But I am American. I drink tea, though. I love tea. Then again, it might be just because I like caffeine. Because it might be the caffeine's fault, to be honest. But for the most part, love tea. Drink it as much as I can. At least Kelvin's not by default. I feel like if they did that, people would actually go out of their way to change some of the commands. I might be wrong, though, of course. What's going on, Xenosai? See you over there. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. $253. Starting to get some liquid. It's pretty good. Gas levels at pretty high though. Oh, and we're no longer pumping. Okay, it's 254 time. Gotta go up by 1 degrees at a time. I see you, Zip Zip. I mean, it's each their own, right? There's a lot of arguments for both sides. At this point, I really don't care though. You like beer and drink a lot? That's cool. Kelvin will prevent people from being able to enjoy the game. Feels bad. We dunk in on a measurements system based on a king's feet. Is that how that works? UX hacks, something really unfamiliar. So user bothered to set for himself better. Yeah, right. Oh, a lot of the gas just liquefied in front of our faces. I didn't even realize what happened. Either way, I'm down with that. Either way, I'm down with that. Let's start pumping. There we go. Get to move out some liquid H2. Oh, I might want to stop the heat energy that we're adding in, so that we could just liquefy everything. And then once the gas pressure is low, we could add it in, and then that's going to be fresh thermal energy that should melt all the solid on the next go through. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And then we're going to go in and fuel up the pipes. Hopefully we fix the broken pipe. Outside of that, hopefully there's not a lot of heat loss. 253, that's pretty solid, actually. We should be okay to get to the ends. I think it's because we're pumping from this side, which is a shorter distance from this side. And maybe it's these pipes aren't tempered yet. That could also be a thing. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, got to make the adjustments. And I think, you know what we should do? I think we should do this. Is ladder up on this side. All the way to the top. Because I think eventually we're going to need it. So I might as well set it up now. Because the rockets are going to be pretty tall. So if we need these later, I'm going to kick myself that I didn't build it early. So I do want to build this now. Also helps with temp control to run the loop from top down. That way you're liquefying from top down and the loop is warmer when you go through the liquid. I like it the other way, actually. Because when you're running it top down, if you have too small of a body of mass in that area, you run into the issue that you are solidifying small gas bubbles. Maybe if you want that, maybe that's fine. But that was causing some problems for me. And what I want is I want it to actually go... I have my pipeline that's funny, going opposite directions. This one I like better because it goes through the liquid first. So I could chill the liquid before I get into the gases. And that matters for me because I'm trying to temper the temperature of the hydrogen so that it's a little bit on the higher side. That way it's less likely to break in the pipes while it's traveling. Right? At least that's my goal right now. So having that touch the liquid first is better. Because if I don't do that, I have to cut off the gas. Right? That way I have close to a vacuum here on the top layer, which allows the temperature to be not influenced by the hot hydrogen. I mean, to each their own, right? When it comes to the liquid H2 design, it's just an all-around headache. But that's the logic for me. Like, I want to get the liquid cold, so having it come through the liquid first makes sense as well. Alright, that was from before. That was not my fault. These breaks, I mean, it was my fault. Keeping hydrogen cold rather than condensing hydrogen. I mean, you could do either. I'm running into the problem right now where my solid hydrogen, because I was piping from the top, was solidifying a little bit too fast. Actually, you know what's funny? Lag. God damn it. You know what's funny? This one is actually pumping from the ground up, and we have the most solid hydrogen in this one compared to this one. This goes bottom up, this goes top down. Then again, this one has been running for longer. Oh, and I think we also have a vacuum now. Yep, there's no hydrogen gas in here at all. So I actually need to cut the line. So it is a good example, which is less messy. I mean, I guess it depends. But I could see merit to either design, whether it's top-down or bottom-up. Because technically, if you have the top-down design and then it freezes the gas immediately and it falls down, you have that immediately flash back into liquid, potentially, depending on the temperature of whatever is at the bottom layer. It's really annoying because of the minus 14 degrees from the aqua tuner, so you end up with colder than what you need, so it's hard to control. Yeah, that's just the hydrogen in general, though. That's just the hydrogen in general. And the design I have is honestly not really that great because of that. But it does get the job done. I will admit that there's probably a lot better designs than what we're using. This is just a standard... Oh, let me see how I'm gonna make it. Yeah, we just do that. Kind of an idea. Not so much that it was designed for this. Oh yeah, that works. I do like a design I saw using a cold injection with a thermal sensor. I have not seen that. Oh snap, it's 14? What do you mean? What's 14? It's pretty stable once you have some liquid as a buffer. I'll say it about 5 to 10 tons. That's a lot, though. I could get 8 tons in total here. But once you do get a lot of liquid, it does make it a lot easier, 100%. It was a weird number. Yeah, I was like, 14? What the heck? It sounds like you were baking something, and you forgot that that was on or something. Like loop, which adds a cold bubble when loop is too warm. I imagine it's a door injection with a thermal sensor. I might be wrong though. Is it possible to do a very insane design like this? Not in space, but infinite pressure tile of liquid and then build temp shift plates. And then you surround that with metal tiles. And then you use doors for heat transfer. And then you just have a lot of thermal energy. It's an old design. Oh, it feels bad. It just seemed like a cool pattern. I was like, huh, couldn't we build something in a pattern like that and it would work? Yeah, right? 253, 254, everything's all good. I might want to go to 254, but the mass of the gas is kind of where I like it. This side, though, I think we're solidifying everything too much. So let's go back to 253. I mean, with infinite storage, not yours. I'm about loops with all that stuff. Oh, gotcha. I mean, of course, you wouldn't put all your water there. You just put it like a sizable amount. That way, when you're running an aqua tuner through that and you run the radiant pipe on that one tile, it becomes a little bit more easily to manage. Because you're just managing the temperature of the one tile instead of the entire brick. And then the brick emanates the temperature from the one tile. And then temp shifts and the space and the gas is just for heat transfer. I need to probably test that out, though, and see if it's, you know, usable for anything. All right, so we have liquid here. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Where do we get to over here? This is at 890. Are you serious? I need exactly one bubble. I'm down. It's here, right? Oh, dude, that was only 2 kilograms? Dude, that's gonna break. I somehow piped out 2 kilograms, exactly. Alright, so I think the trick is we do this. And then we actually do this. And then we do this. And then we do this back. Oh, it's 2 bubbles. Feels bad. 2.5. Will your colony just melt away as those rockets take off? No. So we have a second layer of tile space right here to protect us. So the top layer and everything in between was something I'm temporarily setting up for the rockets. But ideally, this is going to be sealed up after everything in the midsection right here is complete before we launch. And then when they launch, this buffer space is going to absorb all of the extreme thermal energy from the rocket launch. So it's really not too bad. It's not going to be too bad. At least I don't think it's going to be too bad. Such I've never seen before. Just an idea. Doesn't have to be, you know, that legit. Alright, so that's going to go into here. That actually means that I shouldn't even need to build this anymore, since we're able to pull it out. And then all we need is, oh, are we even gonna make it? I'm at 250. Dude, my pipes are gonna, dude, my hydrogen's gonna break before getting there. Oh, man. I haven't got to that point of the game yet. Yeah. But yeah, once we get there, we should be good. The hydrogen's gonna break. I have so much more to travel distance. Where does it break? 249? Not like this, dude. Come on, you could do it. There it is. The hydrogen broke. Ah, damn it. Okay. So what's the temperature right now? 253 needs to be colder. It needs to be colder. We could fill up all the ones on the right side though. Imagine if a dupe had the ability to accidentally flip the switch and launch all the rockets prematurely, and you would have to rebuild them all again. I mean, it's not possible though, because I don't have the command capsule, geek, if that makes sense. The only way you launch is from the command capsule. So technically, even if that was the case, yeah, I'm just happy that we don't have the command capsules. What's going on, geek? Hope you're doing well. Why don't you just let it melt your base? It's not like you'll use it again. I mean, we could, but it's not going to melt my base. The rocket exhaust engine is, although it's going to be hot, it's not enough mass to melt the colony, if that makes sense. Because if you think about it in terms of, if you look at it in terms of DTU value, instead of looking at something like, oh, well, the top end temperature, you're going to realize that we're not even close to the amount of thermal energy we need to actually achieve that. It's probably somewhere along the lines of like we create 100,000 DTUs, and we need a couple million. So it's like, yeah, we could let it melt, but nothing's gonna melt. Heck's idea of why don't you just let the colony away, or will you let it melt away? It's not gonna melt. I guess that's a better question, better answer. Sorry, legit, my internet was acting up. Your theories about the door stuff was on part. Yeah, I was thinking about if that was a pretty good idea for heat transfer. I don't know though. Too legit, how big of a spawn do you have supplying that many suit stations? 5. So we have 4 here, and I have one separate line from the bottom. But I have in total 14 electrolyzers. I have total 14 electrolyzers, and I also have 2 of these. One up here, one down there. And they basically just convert polluted oxygen into oxygen for the ambient area. Would it help if instead of those 3 tiles of pipe, you use a bridge with 2 tiles? Prevent a little bit to prevent a little bit of heat transfer for the liquid hydrogen. I mean, it could. I think that does help, because you do skip 1 tile of heat transfer based off of how that works, right? But I think, yeah, because the pipes are already built, I don't think it's going to be something I'm going to attempt. In theory, it does sound like it should work, though. FRD Dot says yes and no. Huh. Have you ever tried that, FRD? I'm curious to see why you think that. Oh! We solidified all of our solid... I mean, we melted all of our solid hydrogen. We did it, boys. We actually did it. All right. So now we're going to cut up the hydrogen line again. And then all this backs up, which is fine. On input and output, there is temperature check. Direct pipes are better. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I never even considered that. All right, so now that this is mostly solidified, liquefied, we're going to lower the temp. The goal is basically we're going to bring the liquid hydrogen temp closer to 255. Hopefully we don't solidify anything. And I'm hoping that this becomes either a vacuum or a gas in milligrams, micrograms, so that we get less liquefying and stabilization in temperature. Please do not liquefy again. That is not fun. So we're getting grams dripping up top. 255. We're pretty good. All right, let's get the pumping. So I believe I need to do this. Oh, and then we're getting some jank shenanigans. Attach the power line. Pump twice. Cut the power line. And then just let whatever we have come out. This should be 2 degrees higher. Yep, 255. Which should mean that it should reach this last area. Which we're at 890. We're missing 1 bubble exactly. So I'm hoping that gets there. Hoping for the best. Now back to this side. This is... It's taking its time to chill, but that's pretty good. We want the gas to be in kilograms always. What's going on, Dead Beefa? How are you? Hope you're doing well. I could have also did the valve strat. It's probably not necessary though. Oh, and I didn't pipe out to this side yet. I could probably do that with this one dedicated, because this one's going to be better for the left side tanks in general. So I'm going to use this for the left side tanks. 253. Before I was at 253 coming out of here. So I think we're good. And then once they get to there, it'll pipe in, it should be good. Isn't each pipe segment should be the same? Recalculate temp 5 times per segment. So skipping 1 each 2 will improve a bit. I am not sure. I am not sure. Mini pumps. Didn't even consider the mini pumps. But that actually works. You would run 2. Is it 2? You would run exactly 1 mini pump for this to work. I was thinking the gas one for some reason. Oh, it's 50 grams? I gotta run 2 of these for the maximum throughput. Alright, did we get there? We're still moving, we're still moving. Oh, this is at 250? Oh my god, that's actually gonna be close. Please survive. Please survive. Please don't break. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. Right in front of the fuel tank. Dude. Jesus Christ, man. My luck. I'm at 256. We gotta hit 256, man. Welcome to the city. God damn it, man. God damn it, guys. My luck, man. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. It really do be like that sometimes, man. That's a struggle right there. That really is a struggle, man. Sometimes the struggle bus makes extra stops. I see you over there, Uglar. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. We're going to go back down to negative 254. We should have picked up the extra 1 degrees now. So we got to use the same strat. Cut the pipes. And then we got to go back to the power line. Connect the power. Let that pump. Cut the power. Let the pipelines come out. Alright. We gave it 1.5 more degrees Celsius. We should get it down now. We should get it down now, hopefully. Change the last 2 pipe segments to ceramic. I should probably do that in general. I do have enough ceramic to actually do that. So I'll actually do it here. On the ones above it. Because I know I'm probably going to run into that same issue. We're going to change some of these to ceramic. Alright, man. We got this. We got this. Should I have pre-chilled? I should have. I tried to with super coolant. It just, I didn't pre-chill it long enough. What? Oh, that was the mini bubble. That's fine. That's fine. That was not the full bubbles. That pipe damage right there. The sacrifice. Time to sacrifice the dupe on the Oni gods for the RNG. The struggle bus might also aim for all the potholes. Howdy, howdy. What's going on, Razor Smash? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Hey, man. This bus better make it this time. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, we were at 253 here. We were at 253 here last time. So I think we got it. What's going on, afternoon? Hope you're doing well. We have conflicting responses. Some people in chat think it's a good idea, but they haven't tried it. And then someone who has tried it said that it's better than just do straight pipes. So I don't know. Since we already have the pipes, we're just going to use the pipes. In theory, it does sound like it should help because it removes 1 pipe segment, but I don't know. 252. We're good. We're good. We're right there. Come on, man. Wait, you just had ceramic and just didn't use it? No, I didn't have enough for the entire pipe segment. So I was like, you know what? If I can't build the entire thing out of ceramic, nothing's going to be made out of ceramic. And then I'm using ceramic for the piping at the bottom. So for this right here, this is all ceramic. And I think this is as well. No, this is igneous inside the insulated tiles. So we have a little bit. I'm just not using it. Okay, we're alive, boys. Let's go. All right, second layer. All right, everything's at 900, as it should be. Yo, 249.4. All right, we're going to use the right side tank to be filled up from this one. This one's going to go to the left again. So we're going to go here, here, and then we'll have to cut this line. cancel those pipes, and let's go. Got a little bit of liquid H2. Gonna start another fuel run. We are at 257 degrees. That's amazing. Good temperature control. So we're just gonna be pumping that out. Second row now. And then after that we have 2 more. How are my other jobs though? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's good, that's good. Need to make sure my dupes are working. There are some unnecessary things we don't need to do anymore, though. We are going to be continuously trimming out more of the map. Still mining, still mining. New printables, we'll get that soon. Dupes work hard for the tummies. You better feed them right. The dupes are being fed pickled mule ice with the occasional surf and turf omelet, excellent fruit, lettuce, eating some salads, I guess. Hey man, they got surf and turf, dude. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Looks like I can't reach the majority of some of these pipes here. Feels bad. Unreachable, yeah. So we'll just cancel them. We'll just leave the pipes there. Scary floating pipes. And then this pipeline segment is technically done, so I can remove it. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. Alright, so that's pretty good. We're still pumping away. We have 4 tons of fuel right there. That's going to be 4 rockets. While this one starts liquefying again. 253. It's not bad. Making sure the gas pressure is high. So that we don't get solids. That's what I'm hoping for. Some of the liquid is becoming gas again, though. So that kind of sucks. How is there still gas here? How is this liquefying? I'm impressed. That was that micrograms, and there's still heat transfer. Oh, anyway, this is a pure vacuum now. We're at 255. This is a great temperature, so we're actually doing pretty well in terms of not losing any fuel right now. I mean, it's a close tank, so it shouldn't be that bad. 1 aqua tuner with supercoolant able to cool 1726 grams of hydrogen from 30 to 255.1 each second. That's a weird number. 1726? Did you calculate that? Or was that like through playtesting? You calculated that, right? There we go. Yep, was curious. Interesting. That's such a weird... I mean, it's close to 2 kilograms, though. It's pretty close to 2 kilograms, slightly. I am questing life right now, running 4 ethanol distilleries, plus 1 petrogen for power or water. Not for power or water, but for polluted dirt for poke shells. Yep. I will say that it's going to be bad. You can't vacuum the above area. No, it's going to take too long. It's going to take too long. So they're just overall a lot of gases. And then another thing is I didn't want all of the hot debris to come down and make it even worse. And because there's just so much gas in the area, I didn't want to do anything with that. I mean, I could have, but yeah. I thought about it. I was like, it was probably better that I just refill first. Because vacuuming this entire area just takes way too long. I probably could have, though. It just would have been a different process. Uneven. Makes more sense. I wonder what you need for that to be 2 grams per second. I mean, 2 kilograms per second. Like, what the starting temperature should be. How about vacuum it? You could have put some Weezwort. So, if I did vacuum it, and my pipes broke, it would have broke the vacuum. So I was worried about that. Second thing was vacuuming out this area takes forever. To give you an idea, vacuuming out this area with 1 pump took about 1 full stream. 6 to 8 hours. And even if I were to put multiple pumps here, this is just a large space. And the more different gases we have in the area, the worse. Your pipe should not break in a vacuum. Not true. You have to temper the internal side of your pipes. So you would have to spend some time tempering the pipe temperature inside the pipelines. Once you do that, though, it would be a lot easier. I opened up this side for space vacuum, and this took around 200 cycles. This pocket. Yeah, no, I could have did all that, but it would have been longer, right? It would have took a lot longer. You have to understand that all those methods are just boring. No one's going to want to watch that. No one's even watching me fuel up the rockets, right? Like, I could do it, and it would solve the problem. It just becomes a bad stream to watch. It's like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, you know, he's watching the doors crush the oxygen. What? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do I want to do? Don't you guys want to see the risks of me pumping up hydrogen? Oh shit! I need to turn this off. You know what I'm saying? Don't you guys want to watch the risk takes, the pipes breaking? We wouldn't have solved the last bubble right there. You know what I'm saying? Breaking right before it gets into the fuel tank. -6 Celsius for 2 kilograms per second. That could be like a 2-stage cooling process then to immediately flash hydrogen into liquid. Pre-chill the hydrogen gas and then have that funnel in constant rate. That was mighty entertaining. Yeah, right? We got to make the bad decisions for content. It's either that or, you know, I leave the game running overnight so we can crush all the gas. Like, we just sit here and what's happening? Oh, we're just watching the oxygen get crushed. How long is it going to take? Maybe another 6 hours. How long has it been? It's been about 7 hours. It's like, why is it taking so long? Yeah, that's Oni, man. Gases take forever to move in general. It's always longer than you think would be. 100%. 100%. Alright, so this side, I need to return it on. Hydrogen flow. We're going to take this. Copy, paste. Let's go, let's go. It will be in the same time that you were making the liquid hydro. It won't be more time. I don't know why you're trying to argue that. You got to understand that. I explained it to you, please. I don't know why you're even trying to... Oh, it would be the same amount of time. So I will say that I built the rockets at around the same time I was doing the liquid O2H2 already. And We would not have been in a vacuum. We would not have been in a vacuum. Because I would have to wait to have the entire area be in a vacuum before I would pump out my oxygen. Right? So I would have to sit there and wait for that. Please, man, please let me play my game. Let me play my way. I get suggestions, but then trying to explain to me why your suggestion is better or anything like that, that's backseating at that point. Please, just let me play. This is at 254. What's going on, Lemmings? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Not really bother. Not really better. Sorry if I did come out that way. I'm not mean that. Just chatting. Gotcha. Whatever suits you, always be the best. Your game, your time. Yep. I'll be real. I don't think backseaters ever learn how to stop. It's one of those constants. Someone always try to do something you don't understand what they're doing. I mean, it's internet though. Spencer the streamer. I'm not gonna fault them for doing that. I catch myself doing that sometimes as well. It is what it is. It's just more so that, hey, if they're aware of it and they're still doing it, then, you know, we got to do something ourselves. But if they're not aware of it, we just need to bring it up so they understand. A lot of the times we as people just don't notice what we're doing. Some people are dense. Maybe you've seen rom-coms before where girls hitting on a guy, literally like sitting on his lap, shoving, you know, her chest into his face. And he's like, oh yeah, she's a nice girl. Right? You know, he's dense, right? That guy sitting in there, his face in front of some titties, doesn't even know what's going on. That happens sometimes, man. I'm just saying, I can't fault the people for that. It's more so that, you know, we could bring it up so they understand what they're doing. And then that way, you know, we could actually make a decision from there. But it's fine, it's fine. I can't worry too much about that. You should let us play instead of you, and we will finish this run in cycle 2. Yep, everyone would die immediately if we let Gadido take over. It feels bad. The game would have been done because everyone would have died. That would have been a record, dude. That would be a record. 2 cycle death? That's actually kind of hard because they give you free food and oxygen in the beginning. Sometimes you just gotta brute force it. You could do a cycle 1 death. That's tough, man. Duplicants have enough oxygen. Wait. How much breath do they have? So they need 91. No. They need 100 and they need 150 seconds to suffocate. Feels bad. New run, probably be cycle 2 death. Don't say that, man, for the 50 for 50. Dig down to store ladders above you, death. I mean, I guess that does work. Build a door, drop sand on them. Dropping sand is a hard task to do, though. In the early game, when you don't have the strats, I'm just saying. Yeah, 11.11. Trapping might be... Yeah, but how do you get sand on top of dupes? That's the hard part. Like, you don't have a lot of tech in the early game. I guess you would just have to line up where the hole is with some naturally spawning sands. So that's, and you're at the mercy of map gen at that point. And it's only feasible on certain starts. Maybe. So that's the same debuff as when the duplicant gets their head stuck, right? When when you build tiles, like if you do this, right? And you're standing on the bottom tile, and then they build on the second tile right here. And they get their head stuck into the tile when they build it. Does that kill them faster? I've never actually experimented with dupes like that. I haven't done it. Alright, so this one is not getting... Oh, this is way... Okay. 254. We gotta start liquefying this if we can. This is at a good temperature range right now for us to start liquefying. We have a lot... Oh, that's a vacuum now. Okay. 300 kilograms. That's not bad. But that's why the door, the fast strat 2, suffocation. No inhale, start suffocating nearly instantly. Like trap with sand, but easy way. Interesting. I see you guys, man. That's impressive. You have to specifically, like... I could see that becoming an owning category. Speed run to death. How fast can you do it? Someone's gonna start speed running that for the memes. How fast can you lose your colony? We did it in under a cycle. Yeah, I can imagine that being a thing, man. Not gonna lie. Death percentage, yeah, man. Basically. Alright, this is releasing again. That's good. We got the liquid right here at 500 kilograms. That's actually pretty good. Temperature is going down, though, as we're adding in more hydrogen. Let's see death percentage before you leave tonight. No, I can't do that today. Patch is coming out tomorrow, so I gotta take care of some stuff for that. Drown them with a door, one-way travel. That's easier. Isn't that still suffocation? Because dupes don't drown. They just can't breathe underwater. Right? So thinking about it, first thing you do is seal up the abyssalite so that it stops it from off-gassing. Second strat is dig into the vacuum. Yeah, the hold breath thing. Yeah, that's what they do. That is what drowning is. No. Drowning is different in this game because of how critters drown. I think that's what Xenocide is thinking. When critters drown, they have a drowning status. And then they die, not because they don't have oxygen. They drown. They get water in their lungs. Right? It's technically different, even though it's, you know, the same thing eventually happens. If that makes sense. Oh, the hold breath thing. Yep, maybe dig straight down, scald to death. No, you're not going to get scalded. It takes you too long to dig that far, and then you can't dig through abyssalite. Not at cycle 1. So theoretically, unless you're playing on a magma planet with magma channels or volcanoes, that's not going to be feasible. You would probably suffocate before you actually scald, to be honest. Okay, so this is at 600 kilograms. That's pretty sweet. I want some more, though, but I think I want to do another fueling process right now. What about skilled digging dupes? Dude, this guy is thinking... Dude, it's like getting a dupe specifically so they could suffocate fast. The strats, man. I see you over there, dude. This guy's like, what if you get a dupe that allows you to dig through Abyssal? I still think it takes too long. I still think it takes too long. You would, even on the spaced out DLC map, I don't think you could travel that far. Don't forget to dig the Abyssalite top left corner, dev mode, to know it's buried. Oh, that's right. I don't have dev mode. I forget about that, man. I gotta do. I can't believe you remember from last time, though. If a dupe is incapacitated, is it 100 or 60 seconds to rescue? I think it's 60 seconds. I might be wrong. Fastest strat's probably the wall off the Oxalite tiles to start. Yeah. Born to die, what a cruel world. That's the only world sometimes, man. Hate to say it. Want to say 100 plus Napolinis? Is that from experience? We should try some of the death percent runs. Maybe on the next stream. That could be a thing we could do. But I need to take time today after stream to work on the video. And since it comes out tomorrow, it's like, that means that's the deadline, right? Are crash satellites reachable in a cycle? That's RNG. Crash satellites are all RNG. Depends on the map. Depends on how close it is. You could technically get it right above your printing pond, but then it might be sealed away with some Abyssalite. But, you know, it's RNG at that point. So scalding could sometimes be faster. But the thing is like getting to that temperature from the starting point, it's tough. Like, you would literally have to spawn next to a volcano or something. Right? That would have to happen. Alright, it's time to cut the gas. Oh, strats, let's go. We're gonna do this. So we could actually have full packet size here. Let's go. And then that way this gets more hydrogen. And then we could just allow this to liquefy. We'll get it to a cold temp. This is not cold enough though. And then once we get it cold enough, we're gonna start filling up some fuel tanks. Can't sleep, just keep thinking about what's buried there. What do you think it would be if you have to put money on it, man? Can we name it 10 ways to serve a dupe? No one's eating it, man. What's wrong with you guys? This is not RimWorld, man. There's no cannibalism here. I am indifferent about any namings for it. I see you. I see you over there. You could only have plus 10 digging, 4 from skill, 5 from unconstructive, 2 from super hard digging, and then plus 7 innately. But you would need not super duper hard digging. You would need, oh no, not super duper, just super hard. Yeah. That's for Abyssalite. Wait. You need the first tier digging skill as well as a second tier digging skill though. Isn't it so that the composition of your maps, generally, it's your starter biome, and then your starter biome is technically surrounded by granite, and then every other biome attached to that has Abyssalite spiraling from that, like a spider web? That's why you need 3 dupes. Oh my god. 1 with tier 1, 1 with tier 2 digging. The shenanigans, dude. The shenanigans. What are the chances you even roll that though? It's okay, dupes. Don't listen to TLC. Follow your own truth. Oh man, don't eat each other, man. Don't eat yellow snow. Lag past them at checkpoints to death. Oh, stop encouraging the glitches, man. I see you over there. Usually like this, dude. Tier 1, tier 2. If you could eat dupes, then at the start you would go for a sacrificial print. Honestly, what if they did something that's very morbid and dark where dupes drop dupe meat, but the moment your dupes eat dupe meat, they immediately trigger their stress reaction? That would be the balancing point. That would have to be the balancing point, because that's like the only negative thing that could happen. If a dupe dies, like if Clay had decided to add that into the game, Unless they have cannibal, unless they have the cannibal trait. Oh my god. Could you imagine that with binge eater? Dude, they would literally non-stop binge eat. Because it would re-trigger the binge eating from the get-go. Now we are in Rimworld, basically, man. Zombie spores engaged. Oh man. That could improve carnivore runs. Oh, that's messed up. Is a dupe even made out of meat? It's being printed from a printing pot, man. I'm just saying. This guy is trying to give away some balloons. Hey, he just got a new balloon. Oh, that's sweet. And he just replaced his old one. Got the balloon buddy buff. Let's go. Free carnivore achieved. That would exploit it to make a lot of polluted water. Oh, that's true. They would have to be a crier, though. And then they'd probably patch out criers to not generate water anymore. Meets genetic ooze too. Oh, my bad. I guess it technically does work. Wonder where the material to print them comes from. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. How do you... It's like they bioengineered it, man. Hold up. I just saw someone hovering off the ground. Oh, was he ascending? Did he just get enlightened? Hovering off the ground? Where would you see that, Cthulhu? Oh, they're on a pole. Oh, you got baited by a pole, dude. Feels bad. You can print pakus. That's true. You can also print shovels. Technically. Oh, it was in the rec room. Oh. Hey, they're just hovering on the ground. No, they're on the fire poles. They like to just stand on the fire poles, man. It's weird. They're not dancing. They're not playing the arcade games. I don't know, man. Journey with water, 8 grams per second, so immediately disappears. What is genetic ooze really? Have you seen Reincarnated as a Slime? That show might prove to have some idea. Alright, so we're going to fill up the right side this time. Because we're going to be using a different setup. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to go here. Oh, it did not connect. Feels bad. There we go. The good show. It's a good show, man. It's a good show. The scared ass the dupes to love to dance. Feels bad, man. It's like the high school prom all over again. All the guys on one side, all the females on one side. Everyone's too scared to ask each other to dance. Feels bad, man. All I'm saying is that in that show, he magically made honey appear out of nowhere. I'm just saying, man. Genetic ooze, he's a slime. May not be a coincidence. That one scene where he starts making the spirit bomb, but it was really just honey. I'm just saying, man. It's starting to all make sense. It's coming together. Alright, so we should have max packet size here, which is pretty good for us. We get to have, good packet size. We don't have to fill this up yet. And then these guys get a little bit of love. Okay, so the hydrogen is at a good temperature. Let's go down to 254. For whatever reason, we're not able to liquefy as well. There it is. We probably just don't have enough liquid, though. We just need to allow more hydrogen gas inside. So anytime it overpressures, that's a bad thing. Unless, of course, we added in some hot energy via the canister emptiers. That warmed up some liquid and that flashed back into gas. That could happen, that's fine. You know what would be the ultimate trip? If, while fueling right now, I get job suitability without even trying. That actually can happen. That actually can happen. That would be the ultimate PogChamp moment, though. I will say that. Because I would not have expected that to happen. Because of how many times it's failed, man. I don't have faith in it anymore. Wishful thinking. Hey, you never know, man. You never know. That's why I'm not checking the achievement right now. I'm hoping they somehow just give it to me. Pretty sure I missed that. Yeah, it's still the last achievement, man. We're failing on it. I miss social fights from RimWorld, but here they can fight for the last piece of the best food in the colony. Honestly, how do you guys feel about the social interactions in Oni? Because I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I have had so many runs where I had to do something, and because they walk by and they do the finger gun thing, like, hey, chat with the friends, I like almost lose a dupe, and it's mad scary. Hey, Miss Chemical Stairs coming in with the 38 months on the 38-month streak. Welcome back to the city council, and thank you so much, Miss Chemical Stairs. I see you over there. If you guys don't know Miss Chemical Stairs, man, she is awesome on the city council. And of course, has a long streak, 38 for 38, man. That's over 3 years. Not gonna lie, that is pretty insane. Thank you so much, Miss Chemical Stairs. Hope you are doing well. I found out something about Miss Chemical Stairs today. Her family, herself, and everyone else she knows hates jelly beans. I didn't know that. And apparently, the jelly beans are the worst. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. Oh, this is gonna fill up all the way almost. How are you, Miss Chemical Stairs? I'm just memeing. I didn't know about the jelly beans though, man. You have like... It sounded like the jelly beans wronged you when you were young or something. But are you a top 1% chatter? I see over the Cthulhu. I'm okay with social interactions. You just need to prioritize survival over the thumbs up. Yeah, 100%. Alright, so this is filled up all the way now. I need to reroute this pipe. I gotta cut this though. Oh, but then it's not going to move backwards. Let this leave too, please. There we go. Also hates looking at people's ankles. I mean, knees. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The classic, right? Classic Meemaw. Because of the intakes there, there's no way I save this in time. Chances are. There's probably no way I save this in time. I would have to put a bridge here. I mean, I guess I'll try, right? Miss Chemical Stairs, though, I gotta ask, is there a story behind the jelly beans? I'm curious about that. They did wrong me. Freshman year in college, Storm wanted to play a game with them. It smelled terrible. People felt sick. I didn't like the people that much anyway. It was a bad time. So yeah. Harry Potter jelly beans? Wait a second. Harry Potter jelly beans? What in the world? I didn't know they made those, man. I thought that I only knew about the bean boozles. The, oh, you got baited jelly beans. Those are the only ones I know about, to be honest. Oh, I cut the pipe. That was not the right idea. So let's cut the power. That way you don't have anything inside the pump stone. Oh, it's the same ones! Those are like the bean boozles. Oh, turned up to 11. Oh, yeah, I've never had that. That sounds kind of jank. Oh, my hydrogen broke. Feels bad. Every flavor jelly beans? Oof, dude. Every flavor jelly beans. Earwax, vomit, etc. Man, I heard Harry Potter, and I was low-key hoping for butterbeer flavored jelly beans. I don't know. But, yo man, anytime I think of Harry Potter, the first thing I think of is butterbeer. Butterbeer, if you've never had before, that shit is absolutely delicious. It's oh my god, it's so good. That one time I went to Universal Studios and they had the Harry Potter theme area, They were serving butterbeer on a concession stand, and oh my god, it's not alcoholic at all. It was amazing. It was like a carbonated. Dude, how do I even describe butterbeer? It was like a sweet carbonated drink that was close to kind of like cream soda, but not really. And it kind of tasted like an apple pie almost. I don't know. Butterbeer is just delicious. Butter beer is delicious. That's the one thing. Anytime I think about Harry Potter, it's the first thing I think about. Oh man, y'all got some butter beer? I want some of that. Because that stuff is good, man. Oh, I've had butter beer the other day at Orlando. Kind of fell flat on the flavor you expect, but my friend makes real alcoholic butter beer, which was good. Oh, I see you. Interesting. Yeah, when you have a friend that brews like that, they make the specialty drinks, man. It's always a good time to taste. Grass beans? What are grass beans? I don't know what that is. Butterbeer was good. That I could recommend. Awesome, awesome. Not gonna lie, man. That is low-key one of the things I want to figure out how to make if I have money. Like, if I had money to buy all the extravagant things for, like, a bar, I wouldn't become a bartender, but I would want to learn how to make some of the mixed drinks. And butterbeer is one of those drinks. I want to see if I could, like, make that at home. I am a top 1% chatter, actually. I found the email and checked the stat. Hey, Cthulhu, you met your match, buddy. Not only is she also a top 1%er, she's also part of the city council. Feels bad, Cthulhu. One day, you'll be the 1% of the 1%. But you gotta keep lolling, dude. Otherwise, you gotta change your name. Cthulhu's #1 used emote is lol. Right? Makes sense. His name is Cthulhu. But his #2 used emote is Pogslide. Which means he's going to change his name to Cthulhu Pogslide. If he keeps using the Pogslides, man. Just say. Cream soda caramel sauce, whipped cream, I believed worked well for it. Interesting. There was no whipped cream, though, when I had the butterbeer. It just looked like a beer. Maybe I got the wrong version or something. That's because I always use it 3 times in a row. I see you. I see you. The triple Pogslides? Yeah. Looks like they're going from one to another. One screen to another. Or one emote slot to another. Alright, this needs to go back down to 253. This is at 254. We need to bring that down so we don't get solids again. My top emotes in order. Wave, Love, Pogslide Raid, and Mamba Jams. Yo. Now, the whipped cream is mixed in a bit like a coffee thing. Oh, interesting. There's a little bit of creaminess to that with that cream mixed in. Interesting. I mean, I believe it. I don't know the recipe. And it's been a while since I've tasted it. But I do believe if that was in the recipe, I'd try it out myself. It does sound good. And it does sound like it mixes well with everything. Especially the sweetness. Guys, I read something on the internet the other day. And I was kind of interested by it. I mean, I know this is a thing with humans in general because I had this experience. But have you guys ever heard about your body intolerances? You guys probably heard that before, right? How do I get seeds for my Wheezewort and Joya cacti? You can't. Those plants specifically do not produce seeds. So in order to answer that, there is one way, but it's an exploit. But other than that, most plants that do not grow anything, right? So if we go into seeds, we actually don't have that. If we go into plants, the plant has to produce something in order for you to get a seed. So the arbor tree produces branches, and you potentially have a chance to get a seed from that. The balm lily produces balm lily, and you have a chance of getting a seed from that as well. The bluff briar is a decor plant. It just looks pretty, and it doesn't produce anything, but it gives you good decor value. Now, because this doesn't grow anything, you don't get seeds from it. and you could only get it from the printing pod, digging up existing one from the map, or going to a different planet and trying to harvest it. Now, if you want to learn the exploit, Iron Word, I could actually show you. And we will show you how to duplicate your seeds. That's only if you care about that. If you don't, I don't have to show you. But if you want to know, there is a strat for that. That's technically an exploit. So I don't know how you feel about exploits. Maybe you want to learn about it. Maybe you don't care and you want to play legitly. At that point, just let me know. Right? But there is a method. It's just not considered, a method because it's an exploit. Didn't they fix that? Did they? I did it in this playthrough. That's actually how I got my dust caps here. I had 3 dust cap seeds, and then I duplicated till I had 9. So if they did do a patch, I was not aware. Yeah, partial seed. Nope. Yeah, they didn't fix it. Did not fix it. Unless you're thinking about a different strat. Zip zip. The one where they do the flower pot glitch. That might be fixed. Unlegit city? Hey man, you gotta know about the exploits so that you don't accidentally do an exploit so you could stay legit. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes you gotta know the rules in order not to break them, And we know that that's not legit, so we don't do it. But we could know about it, right? I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with a little bit of knowledge. Knowledge is power, as they taught me in school. I don't know if you guys know about that. Knowledge is power. They would tell me to go read at the library every day. And they kept saying, knowledge is power, every time I asked why. So, just like my teachers did to me, I'm going to repeat it back to you. And you gotta know, baby. Yeah, they tried to do something with the cracked seeds, but had to revert that for some reason. Oh, it probably caused more problems than it actually fixed. Like, it may be like, because they patched the cracked seeds, maybe what happened was that every time a Paku ate a partial seed, it crashes the game. That could actually happen if they try to fix that. Iron Word, let me know though. If not, hope you have fun. Actually introduced for Paku and can't patch it out without breaking something. Yeah, right? So because of Paku's existing, it's always going to be a strat. 22 kilograms. So we got to lower this down. And then this is at... This is low still, and we're still getting vacuums. And this is at 253. That shouldn't actually happen. We're just not getting enough gas here. This one's doing alright though. So guys, you guys probably know what I was talking about earlier. Tolerances. The human body has tolerances, right? You guys know about that. If you take a lot of cough medicine, right? At some point, your body gets accustomed to the cough medicine, and it doesn't work as well anymore. Same thing with sleeping pills, right? If you take sleeping pills to go to sleep every night, eventually you're going to have to take 2 pills, 3 pills, 4 pills. That's because your body builds up a tolerance to it. So, I was reading something the other day that was talking about how we have that same tolerance for food, specifically sugar and salt. Meaning that we think the amount we eat is normal, and it's not. It's more so that the amount we eat and taste and are okay with in terms of palating and stomaching is just more normal compared to the other foods we eat. So if we eat, let's say we go to Starbucks and we get a muffin there every day, whatever, right? And we always get that sugary muffin. It tastes great, right? Cake pops, whatever you guys want to choose. But we have our sugar levels brought up to that level as a standard. Meaning that we could eat something sweet, but if it has less sugar than that item, we're going to more often not think it's not sweet enough, right? Same thing with the salt. And they say that you can cut sugar, right? Salt more so you need it to live, right? So you might not want to cut it off completely. But sugar, if you stop drinking soda, if you stop adding sugar to your food, Stop eating things that are just ultra processed like candy. What eventually happens is that you get accustomed to the low amount of sugar, and that becomes sweet for you. Where if you go back to the old thing, it's going to become too sweet. So if I start eating oatmeal, no sugar, and then I go back to Starbucks and I get the cake pops, I'm going to be thinking, dude, this is hella sweet. And I'm not going to lie. That makes a lot of sense because I don't eat a lot of sugar. And there's a lot of times where I'll have something simple as chocolate or candy. And I'm just like, after one piece, I'm just like, this is way too sweet. And I just stop eating it. And I'm not going to lie, man. I never really thought about that. It's something where it's like, yeah, we know human bodies, build up a tolerance for foods and things like that. Right? But it's like, I never associate it with simple things like sugar and salt. It's kind of crazy. So anyone in chat, have you guys ever done something called a sugar cleanse and cut sugar from your diet or something like that for health reasons? Kind of curious. Thank you. I try to step away from exploits, but this game is simply using fluids, lets you create an airlock. Yeah. It'll be like that sometimes, Iron Word. But yeah, if you need any more help or if you have any other questions of the game, I got you. And I'll, keep it spoiler free as best as I can. So that you have a fun time. But hey, if you need more help, we'll still be here. And hope you have a nice week. Oh yeah, it's the same thing for everything. Just like beer, cigarettes, and drugs. Yeah, your body just builds up a tolerance to everything. Good thing I eat Dunkaroos for breakfast. What are Dunkaroos? I've never heard of that. Counterpoint, I have a container of icing every once in a while, and ketchup is still too sweet for me. Hold up. You have a container of icing. So, I guess the best thing to think about is, how do you eat your icing? And then when you have ketchup, are you eating that with salty fries? If you ever stop drinking soda for a while and start back, they are so sweet. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Tried paleo for 2 months. The amount of anger from withdrawals was nuts. Same as quitting smoking. Ah. Interesting. Didn't consider that, but that's interesting. I reduced sugar a long time ago. Now, sugary things don't taste as good. Yeah, right? Because it's just way too sweet. Is that what you came to, though? Zip, zip. It doesn't taste good, as in the sugariness is too much? Or why does it not taste good? I do not eat sugar at all. All the natural veggies and fruits. I see you, Courtney. Cookies and frosting. Wait, that's what Dunkaroos are? I see you over there, Miss Chemical Stairs. Can I see your spawn? Sure. My spawn is using an exploit, though. I will say that. I should probably show you the complete one down here. This is my giant spawn. This spawn is here because I have 2 saltwater geysers. So we have to have a lot of electrolyzers. And this is because I have 109 dupes. This is where the bulk of my oxygen comes from. And this is my spawn design. This is no filter. We have natural separation. And then this is also infinite pressure. So we have 1.7 tons of oxygen per tile. And there's around 40 tiles here. So that's 40 tons of oxygen, probably 60. And then we have 162 kilograms of hydrogen at the bottom. It's not as much, but we have a lot of tiles of it. So it's pretty good. So right here to right here, this is 105 tiles. So we do easily have, around 10 tons of hydrogen here. But this is the spawn design. Feed in the water. Comes in from the bottom. We have 2 desalinators. All the generators are inside so that I don't have to worry about cooling. Right? So the generators, they're going to generate heat because they're hot. But they're going to be cooled down because the electrolyzers actually always produce around the same temperature of oxygen. And then if you put the gens inside, you don't have to deal with the heat leaking out anywhere. So that's the upside with this design. Wow, I never thought about putting the gens in the gas like that. Yeah. Putting the gens in the gas might be the final form for the submerged spawn. And then the difference is you also flip it. I typically have hydrogen at the top in my other designs. Right? Like this one. This one is the hydrogen up top and oxygen at the bottom. And I would do that naturally because hydrogen is lighter. And I was like, oh yeah, just put that at the top. Now the thing is that this one, when I flipped it, it made sense because you have flat space at the bottom for the jets. And then you're still able to pump oxygen at the same rate, so it doesn't really change anything. And then by doing this, you could run the heavy watt wire inside. So you don't have to think about, you know, oh, I have to make a smart battery into a transformer and then pipe out everything, separate lines. It's pretty good. How do you flip it? You have to pre-fill the rooms in the opposite way. So turn everything off. Don't have the pumps running. Fill the top up with oxygen. Fill the bottom with hydrogen. And then you turn on the electrolyzers afterwards. And then it naturally separates into it. Yo, Mucka. Nice emote. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I see you over there with the puffs, dude. Did you get the puff merchandise that just came out, dude? I'm curious. I hear that it does custom farts. I'm kind of, you know, curious to see if that's pretty legit. But dude, welcome on in. Let me know if you have any questions. So Ironward, I'm using a lot of exploits in this in order to optimize. So this is our oxygen generation, natural separation, hydrogen at the bottom, no filters, we just pump everything straight out. And then you can see my oxygen all goes through my box right here, where my aqua tuner runs the liquid pipe. And then this is how we're cooling our oxygen. It goes in at 95, comes out at 31. It's pretty good. I always pre-fill one side of oxygen and then vac another. That way it always does what I want. Yeah, you can do that as well. But that's how you actually flip the gases. Just pre-fill the rooms properly and it should work fine. Alright. Back to liquid hydrogen. This has no more hydrogen. Why? Oh, was this turn it off? No. Great base, thanks. Never thought of putting hydrogen at the bottom. I learned that keeping gas pressure high lets you sort of auto-separate, so maybe I'm already exploiting. That's not an exploit, that's just normal gas mechanics. Realistically. This is not getting juice right now. What's going on? Aqua tuner's on with the suit forge. And that's not enough power. It's because of the pumps. Wow. Wow. This is coming back at 20. I wouldn't be at 20. Wow. This is actually not enough energy in the system. The pumps turn off for a while. Feels bad. That's not an exploit though. Hydrogen does float up naturally. That's fine. I'm using a different exploit because I'm using liquids on top of the electrolyzer to actually cause the natural separation. So I'm a little bit more on the exploity side. But yeah, if you're doing what I'm thinking you're doing, the Rodriguez, that's a normal build, to be honest. Very game friendly. If you could add one thing to this game, what would you add? If I could add one thing to this game, what would I add? I would add a way to force specific duplicants to do specific tasks. Not an individual building mechanic. I want that function slash feature that you have in RimWorld. One of the things I hate in this game is how you can't force duplicants to do a task even when they're like right next to it. You know what I'm saying, man? Like I could be... One of the things that sucks is like someone's building a ladder, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm done, I'm leaving. He could have built all these ladders, right? Like this is, he's fully supplied. This is fully supplied. He would have built 2-3 extra ladders. He just decided not to. Because someone else is already coming in to build the ladders, right? So I would love, you know, a system that allows us to manually control dupes. Not to like a high level degree, but like, hey, I want this guy over here. His name is Silent One. We need him to build this ladder, and he's going to drop whatever he's doing just to build it. Right? And I feel like that would be so good in so many circumstances. Because one of the things I hate, absolutely hate in this game, is when my dupes, they're stuck, right? Like right here. And it's like, dude, if you just build a ladder, you could save yourself. And he has the materials. That's a bad example. Let's say I was stuck right here. I do have that activated. You have to understand this does nothing. It actually does nothing. You actually need to know that. It doesn't change anything. So, I've had a dupe stuck before on the ledge, and he would have been able to free himself if he just built a couple ladders, right? 2 ladders. Now, the problem with this is that the other dupes in the colony could also build that ladder. So, they would run across from a half the map far away to build the ladder. But he doesn't have enough time because he's suffocating. And if he builds his own ladders, he could break free, climb up the ladder, and could start breathing again, you know? But it never happens, right? I could make everyone else, don't do this job. I put it red alert. He just sits there, and he's like, he could reach. He just doesn't want to build it. And, it could be something like, oh, he's on downtime, so he's not allowed to work anymore, right? And then the other dupes have to all come and save him. That becomes so frustrating sometimes because you're just trying to save the dupe. And, the other dupes are trying to build the ladder. Like, no, he could build it. He's right there. And, yeah, I've lost a dupe before because of that. It wasn't because I made a bad decision. I just couldn't get the correct dupe to build the correct ladder in time. And it was because of that minor thing where we don't have control over the dupes to do a simple one-task job like that. And it's so frustrating. So I would add that to the game. Control over the dupes like in RimWorld, where you could force them to do a specific task in that exact moment, where they would just drop everything. Cyberdyne, yeah, coming in with 10 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for the 10 months, Cyberdyne. I see you over there. Enjoy the emote. D20 dies ad free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. You know what it is, man. Appreciate the support. I would add oxygen to the title. I see you over there. So do you ever consider the way you store infinite gas a glitch or a mechanic? The way I store infinite gas, this is the exploit, 100%. I know it is. I just embrace it. Would become true micromanaging? True. Do you have the priorities proximity? Yep. At least it does not. We all expect here. In such cases, I'm distracted the wrong dupe usually. Yep. This is why I have red alert debated so you don't care about the schedule. Ah, that is a strat. Technically, that should always work. Duplicates always work hard because it's always red alert mode. I think proximity only works on a per dupe basis. Maybe if proximity worked for all dupes, it would work better. Maybe. Yeah, but they don't consider... like, the only thing I think it changes is when they wake up, they do jobs next to their beds more often than doing jobs far away. That's it. But for the most part, I don't think it does what we think it does. Exactly. Wormwood approach eliminates all this hassle. Yeah, we need that in this game. Some of the minor additions. No, like storing gas in an infinite chamber using vents and a liquid. Oh, you're talking about this infinite gas chamber. Technically, this is an exploit. Now, the thing is that why can't we just have gas vents, say specifically overpressure, liquids always? I don't know. I don't know, man. I just use this infinite gas tank. I know it works, but this is also an exploit. It should be. I think the errand priorities in general are just too static. If you set a building to highest, it will always be the highest even if it's priority 1. That's true. And that's because of how the priority system works. If we do Cthulhu, no. So we have Citrus the Wizard right here that's digging priority 1. Even if I set digging to priority 1 here, he's going to do that job before everything else. Right? So yeah, that's kind of by design then at that point. Because that's how they wanted the priority system to work, I think. So that is kind of a hassle. I use all the exploits. Okay, maybe not all of them. I see a fantasy phantom. Hey man, it's fine. Exploits are cool. Exploits are cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Alright, so we have enough power now, right? add a new generator, I probably could if I really wanted to. We might have too much power consumers elsewhere, though. But it's all because of this aqua tuner. When it's on, I'm a little bit out of juice. And because I'm also repairing the suits. I wish they would make actual airlocks instead of making us do liquid ones. I don't mind the liquid ones. I actually don't mind the liquid ones at all. At this point, I've kind of just accepted the fact this is going to be the liquid lock we're going to use. So I don't really care about the, like, if they make a liquid lock door, like a 3x2 setup, that becomes like an airlock door setup for dupes to go in and out, and it maintains a vacuum. Even if they came out with that, I think it's, you know, I don't think I would actually use it. Actually, I don't know. It depends how that actually works. But yeah, I've seen some of the modded stuff. That's exactly like that, and I think it's whatever. It's a pure preference thing, because it's not going to change anything in the game. You literally just replace this with the 2x3 setup probably, and I think that doesn't change much. I keep gases out of my base by making airlocks. Maybe that's what it is. Because it's called an airlock, people think it actually doesn't allow gas transfer. Yeah. They have a door called an airlock and doesn't prevent flow of gases. Yeah, I think that's what it is that people are mad about. It sounds like it should do its job, but it doesn't. I only use the liquid ones in steam cleaning rooms. Oh, I see you. I use liquid ones everywhere. Well, it blocks gases until it's open. I mean, yeah, but it's like, I guess it's just purely within the name. You get the misconception. I could see how people came to that thought process. I don't think it's too far-fetched that, you know, that happens. Okay, so this is at 50 kilograms. All right. It's already at 254 and it's not liquefying. Maybe we stop delivering to here. Pink gold. You gotta have it, man. You gotta have it. Just put 2 of those with some space in between and put a vent and oxy in it. Saves at 2k. Won't anything in my base. I guess the thing is like, what do you do if gases get into the airlock in the middle, or a liquid? I don't know. This game doesn't simulate explosive decompression. If it did, you would have a real airlock. Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics from real life that doesn't exist in this game. 100%. 100%. Not gonna lie. There's no combustion in this game either. Even though there is. It's kind of weird. I use a door crusher at the bottom for the CO2. Yo, man, door crushers are legit. I do that too, man. Door crushers are legit. Oh, we condensed most of the liquid. Nice. 400 kilograms now. That's actually pretty sweet. This is at 500. We're actually doing pretty good. We might be able to start loading up again. I think we're going to load up the side because we can do a little bit for these two right here. And we do have these pipelines to overfill if we need to. And then we got the top ones. We can't. It's overpressurized, so unless gases outside were higher, I guess it would. What about a liquid, though? Liquid still spill inside. I guess if dupes don't care about the sogginess, it should be fine. Alright, let's do another fill. Alright, there's another thing I want to attempt today. I honestly didn't want to do it, but I mean, I guess I gotta attempt it, right? So that one thing I want to do is, I want to do a partial removal of the colonists. So that we potentially get closer to job suitability. I always leave a ladder in a gap. Force a habit. Yeah, I have that too. I have that too. Habits, man. If you build a ladder CO2 lock V-shape, the CO2 will stay there. That's true. That's 100% true. CO2 airlocks also work. The only problem with that is you have to maintain gas pressure. Because you could have gas pressure go too low, CO2 floats out, and then the room repressurizes, and then the CO2 gets pushed down to one thin layer. But that's the only thing about the gas lock that can be a hassle. 2-bladder pole. 2-bladder pole. The classic, man. You say something about a 2-bladder pole? I do that too, man. I do that too. 3 tile gaps with a ladder in the middle. That's the classic, man. It really is. Alright, so this is doing pretty good. Let's look at the liquid densities. 253, 249. Okay, so this is going to flash again. Alright, so we're going to allow this to accumulate. And we're going to cut this line again. We're going to do another fill line. Should be fine. Helps with everything, really. Air travel, etc. Yep. Gas flow. You have areas go up and down with a little bit more speed. Tube access. It's pretty great, man. It's pretty great. I also need to cut this too. The plumbers and the hydrogen accumulate manually. So this is, yep, 60 kilograms again. It's going to have to re-liquefy. This side, we're waiting for a vacuum. And then we're at 254. We should go down to 254. So that we have the temperature go down a little bit. And then this is going to have to go to... Oh, we did the... we did this too late. Feels bad. Alright, so the bridge needs to be deconstructed. We don't need it anymore. So this is going to go to the top layer. So this is going to go this way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's around what? 530 kilograms? 530. Food decayed! Oh, it's down there. That's fine. I thought that... Because food decaying sucks if it decays inside my infinite storage. Which shouldn't happen. So I thought I messed up somehow. It looks like we're good, though. Okay, so we have... 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 530. That's what? 36, 4,100. So let's go with 4,200, so 420. How much do we have here? We could fill up half of that. Feels bad. Temperature's pretty good, though. 255. This is probably good. So we're just going to pump this out. Oh, it's power. 420 kappa. I know, right? For the memes.